Let me tell you about Bob. He's 73, retired from the post office, and always thought he was pretty healthy. Sure, he'd get a little winded going up the stairs, and sometimes felt dizzy when he stood up too fast. But hey, that's just part of getting older, right? Then came his annual checkup. The nurse wrapped that cuff around his arm, pumped it up, and frowned at the numbers. Bob, his doctor said, your blood pressure is 160 over 95. We need to talk. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The problem you can't feel. High blood pressure is sneaky. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't make you feel sick. That's why doctors call it the silent killer. While you're going about your daily life, high blood pressure is quietly damaging your blood vessels, putting extra strain on your heart and raising your risk of stroke and heart attack. The tricky thing is, by the time you notice symptoms, if you notice them at all, real damage might already be done. That's why those regular checkups are so important, especially after 65. Here's what your doctor probably told you. When you get that high blood pressure diagnosis, your doctor likely mentioned two things: medication and lifestyle changes. And when they say lifestyle changes, what they really mean is changing what you eat. Now I know what you're thinking. Great, another diet I have to follow. But here's the good news. This isn't about starving yourself or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about making smarter choices that can actually lower your blood pressure naturally. Meet the DASH diet and why it actually works. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. That's a fancy way of saying eating to lower blood pressure. This isn't some fad diet someone made up to sell books. It was developed by doctors and researchers specifically to help people like us manage blood pressure through food. The best part? It works. Studies show that people following the DASH diet can lower their blood pressure by 8 to 14 points. That's often enough to avoid starting medication or to reduce the amount you're taking. What DASH really looks like on your plate. Forget everything you think you know about diet food. DASH is about eating real food, just making better choices. Here's what a typical day looks like. Breakfast, steel-cut oatmeal with sliced banana and a handful of walnuts. Maybe some low-fat milk. A cup of coffee is still fine. Lunch, a big salad with lots of vegetables, some grilled chicken, and olive oil dressing. A piece of whole grain bread, fresh berries for dessert. Dinner, baked salmon, roasted sweet potatoes, steamed broccoli, and a small dinner roll. Snacks, an apple with a small handful of unsalted nuts, or some low-fat yogurt. See? This isn't rabbit food. It's real, satisfying meals that happen to be good for your blood pressure. The foods that actually help lower blood pressure. Let me break down the stars of the DASH diet. Fruits and vegetables, 8 to 10 servings a day. I know that sounds like a lot, but a serving is smaller than you think. One medium apple, half a cup of cooked vegetables, or a cup of leafy greens. These foods are packed with potassium, which helps your body get rid of excess sodium. Whole grains, 6 to 8 servings a day. Brown rice, whole wheat bread, oatmeal, quinoa. These have fiber that helps lower cholesterol and keeps you feeling full. Low-fat dairy, 2 to 3 servings a day. Milk, yogurt, and cheese provide calcium and protein. Choose the low-fat versions to keep saturated fat in check. Lean protein, 6 servings or less a day. Fish, chicken, beans, and nuts. A serving is about the size of a deck of cards. Healthy fats, 2 to 3 servings a day. Olive oil, avocados, nuts. These are good for your heart and help your body absorb vitamins. The hidden enemies, salt and sugar. Here's something that might surprise you. Most of the sodium in our diet doesn't come from the salt shaker. It's hiding in processed foods, restaurant meals, and even things that don't taste salty, like bread in breakfast cereals. The DASH diet recommends limiting sodium to 2,300 milligrams per day. That's about 1 teaspoon of salt. If you really want to see results, aim for 1,500 milligrams. Same goes for added sugars. They're sneaking into salad dressings, pasta sauces, and healthy granola bars. Reading labels becomes your new superpower. Simple swaps that make a big difference. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with these easy switches. Choose fresh or frozen vegetables instead of canned or rinsed canned vegetables. Use herbs and spices instead of salt for flavor. Snack on fruit and nuts instead of chips and cookies. Choose whole grain bread instead of white. Try sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice instead of soda. Cook more at home so you control the ingredients. What Medicare covers, this might surprise you. Here's some good news. Medicare Part B covers nutrition counseling if you have certain conditions, including high blood pressure. You can work with a registered dietitian to create a personalized eating plan that fits your lifestyle and preferences. Some Medicare Advantage plans also cover things like healthy meal delivery or grocery store discounts. It's worth calling to ask what's available to you, what to expect in your first month. I'll be straight with you. The first week or two might feel like work. You're reading more labels, cooking more at home, and saying no to some old favorites. But here's what people tell me happens. Week 1, you notice you're not as bloated or puffy, especially in your hands and feet. Week 2, you might sleep better and have more steady energy during the day. Week 3 to 4, some people notice their blood pressure readings starting to improve at home. Month 2 and beyond, this way of eating starts feeling normal, and you might find you actually prefer how you feel. Can food really replace blood pressure medication? Let me be clear. Never stop taking prescribed medication without talking to your doctor first. But here's what's exciting. Many people find that eating the DASH way helps them avoid starting new medications or even reduce what they're taking over time. Your doctor will monitor your progress and make medication adjustments if your numbers improve. Some folks have been able to cut their medication in half. Others avoid going on blood pressure pills altogether. Your Week 1 action plan? Ready to give this a try? Here's how to start. 1. Talk to your doctor about the DASH diet and ask about Medicare-covered nutrition counseling. 2. Clean out your pantry. Get rid of high-sodium processed foods. 3. Stock up on DASH basics, fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. 4. Start reading labels. Look for foods with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. 5. Try one new recipe this week that follows DASH principles. 6. Track your blood pressure at home so you can see improvements. The bottom line, high blood pressure might be silent, but it doesn't have to be permanent. The DASH diet isn't just another eating plan. It's a proven way to take control of your health through food. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And remember, every healthy choice you make is an investment in feeling better, having more energy, and reducing your risk of serious health problems down the road. Your heart will thank you for it. If this video was helpful and interesting for you, make sure to hit that like button. It really motivates us to keep creating quality content. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. Your subscription shows us that we're moving in the right direction. Definitely drop a comment below with your thoughts. What did you enjoy most? What topics would you like to see in upcoming videos? Your feedback is incredibly important to us. Every like, every subscription, every comment is a signal that we're creating content that's truly valuable and engaging. It's your activity that inspires us to make even more high-quality videos. See you in the next episode.